Hello everyone, welcome to NerdyBookarazzi, and this is Meenu. So it's really nice to meet you all after a very long time. So I've been quite occupied, so I'm really sorry for that. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about this book that really made me very, feel a lot of things. And this book is called Judge's Girls, and it's written by Sharina Harris. So this book is one of the best books I have read in 2020, and I keep talking about this book so often. So if you are following me on any of my social media sites or my blog, so you would have come across me talking about this book endlessly. So this book is something very special to me, so I love it very much. So this book is a story of three women, so Maya, Ryder and Jeannie. So these people, how they deal with the death of the patriarch is the story of this book, and this book has been beautifully written. So I have never come across such a wonderful book ever in my life, because it made me feel a lot of things. I was happy, I was sad, I was confused, I was feeling everything those characters were feeling. So this book is basically about these three women facing and grieving the death of the patriarch of the family, and how the all the three of them deals with him, because they are actually deviated from their path because of this huge loss in the family. But how they get out of it is the story of this book, and also their family is kind of quite dysfunctional, and how they all join together is the story. And this book gave me sleepless nights. I was consistently thinking about this book for so many days, and I could literally cannot come out of this story, and you can understand how much I loved and enjoyed this book. So this book deals with a lot of issues that has been happening in the world. So I loved how the author has carried forward with all those kind of things. So she has spoke about feminism, how black women faces problems. So they talk about racism, alcoholism, and there were a lot of things. And the most wonderful thing about this book was the author has made a tremendous job in compiling all those issues and making it into a full-fledged story. So it was not very too much, or it was not very irrelevant or something. So she has beautifully connected all those things and made it into a book, and I loved that about this book. And each and every issue has been strongly told that anybody who is reading that book would be able to understand the gravity of the issue, and the author made every reader think about those issues at least for few hours. So that is how it has been written, and I particularly liked the protagonist of this book. So I loved her right from the first scene. So I loved how she carried herself, how she was, her character itself was really nice. She was strong, she was bold, she was straightforward, she was very driven, she wanted to achieve a lot of things, and that was best thing about this character. So she is a lawyer, and how she faces the corporate world being a woman, and how she strives to come to the top is and all. It was spectacularly written, and the legal parts, the vibe of a corporate legal office was given so wonderfully. So I liked that very much. And the most wonderful thing about this book was how the author has written about every character. So their specification, the character development was really tremendous. And what I liked about this book was the multicultural interest that this book spoke about. So I got to know about a lot of things about the problems faced by Black Americans, particularly in Georgia. So only after reading this book I came to know about the racism that persists in Georgia, and it was very wonderfully written, and I liked it very much. It was a very serious novel talking about all these issues, but there was also a light fictional substance to it to actually make this book more fun and entertaining and engaging to read. So there was also, a lot of other characters whom I loved very much. So the next one would be Roland Hill. I loved him so much. I loved the part between, Maya and Roland. It was beautifully written, and there was like only a few romance part in this book, and the author had, beautifully written that. And I also loved the sister, so Ryder. Her character was also really nice. She was very young, so she was like this cool breeze throughout the book. It was nice. She was the only one who was, holding her sister and her mother together. She was like the last bridge, holding them both together, and I loved her very much as well. And Janie was, she was very innocent. She was confused. She was not very well informed. She lives in her own paradise. She does not know how people around her are feeling, and she gets into a lot of trouble. And how she, realize all her flaws and make everything right was really wonderful. And I also liked all the male characters in this book. For example, I loved Judge Joey, that is the father of this family, the patriarch of this family. He was a very nice man. He was a black man, and how he helped everyone to become a better person. He believed in giving second chance to people, and I loved that very much about him. And I should appreciate the author for doing such a spectacular work. I love Sharina Harris so much. This book is very close to my heart, and I cannot actually stop thinking about this book, and I would suggest this book to everyone. So if you are someone who likes to read about families, the problems faced in the mixed cultural families, and legal stories, so it was like a full package. It has everything, and I loved everything about this book, and I would suggest this book to like everyone. Like, you should read this book, and you will feel how good it was. And my rating for this book would be 5 out of 5 stars, and I really liked it. So if you would like to read this book, please go and read it. I've left the link to this book on the description box. And also, I had a very good conversation with this author, and if you would like to read about it, so I'll also leave the link to my author interview with Sharina Harris on the description box, so please do check it out. So, and that's all for today's video. So if you had liked this video, please do like, share, comment, and also click the bell icon over there so that you would get notified whenever I post a video. So until then, bye bye, take care. I'll be back with another bookish video in real soon. Bye bye.